The mechanic arrives at his wife's work reception to bring her lunch, but sees his wife kissing another man. So he tells the receptionist that he forgot something and will be back later. The man runs out and collides with a woman knocking down her material. He apologizes and helps the woman pick up his stuff off the floor. The woman asks him what happened and if he is okay. The man says he just went to take lunch to his wife, and the woman asks him who his wife is. He replies that she is Jacqueline, the secretary to the manager of the company. The woman says that the manager is her husband and that she is the owner of the company. The man says it was a pleasure to meet her and apologizes for bumping into her. He says he left in a hurry. The woman says it's fine and the two say goodbye. The mechanic is thoughtful and says he has to tell the owner of the company all about it. So he goes after the businesswoman and tells her to wait a second. The woman asks how she can help the man. He replies that they can both help each other. He says that the woman may have noticed that he left upset and ended up bumping into her. He says it was because he saw a very upsetting situation and he doesn't know what her reaction will be when she finds out what it was about. His wife tells him to tell her soon because she is already getting tense. He goes on to say that he thinks his wife is having an affair with her husband. The woman asks him if he knows who her husband is, and the man replies that he does because his wife is the director's secretary. The woman says that what he is saying is something very serious. The man says that when he arrived to deliver his wife's lunch, he saw the two of them kissing on the stairs. The woman asks how they can prove it. The man says he has an idea. He tells the businesswoman to trust him and that if it's not true, she can forget the whole story. The woman takes a deep breath, fearing it's all true. But she agrees. She tells him to go with her. Meanwhile, the secretary is on the director's lap, kissing him. The mechanic and the businesswoman can see everything from outside through the glass door. The man says he was right and the woman gets upset. The man says he'll call his wife to see what's going on. While he calls, the woman looks one more time to make sure of what she has seen. Inside, the secretary hears the cell phone ring and answers the call. She asks if her husband is okay. The mechanic says he is fine and has just arrived with his lunch. He tells his wife to come downstairs. The wife replies that she is in an important meeting and forgot to tell him. The man says he will leave the lunch for her at the front desk then. The wife thanks her husband and hangs up the phone. The businesswoman wants to go into the room, but the mechanic tells her to wait. He tells the businesswoman to call her husband to see what his excuse is as well. She then picks up her cell phone and calls her husband. The lovers' kissing is interrupted by the call. The manager sees that it is his wife and answers. The wife asks what he is doing and the man replies that he is busy. The wife says she needed a favor from him, but he replies that he can't now because he is full of work and tells his wife to call back later. The woman says it has to be now, but the man says he is busy. The woman tells the man to look behind him. Then the lovers get scared. The traders enter the room. The woman asks if that was the meeting her husband had every day at lunchtime. She tells her husband to be ashamed. He says the secretary is a naughty girl and is fired. She shushes them both and tells her husband that he is also fired and is getting a divorce. The man tells his wife to calm down. The secretary says it was no big deal. The businesswoman says they are liars and tells the secretary to leave. She tells her husband to get his things out of the company and out of her house because she doesn't want to see him anymore.